I'd like us to close our eyes, take a nice deep breath in through the nose, down to the belly, and out through the nose. In and out. Feel that sweet breath in and out. See if you can smile just a tiny bit as you breathe in and out. See if you can smile a little bit more. In and out. Smile a little bit more still. In, even if it's fake, just keep that smile going. And out. Bigger grin now. In and out. Now as you continue to breathe smiley, deep breaths, fresh breaths, what I'd like you to do is imagine a massive circle of people here today. It's everybody who's watching this, past, future, and present. But it's also everyone around the world that wants peace right here, right now in this moment. So you reach out your hand to your right and grab that peaceful, loving, beautiful soul. You grab and pull out your hand to the left and you grab another soul. We breathe in together and out together. In together and out together. In together and out together. Now, as we keep breathing in and out, I want us all to imagine that we're in a desert without food, a desert without water, a desert without hope. But we're all together there on the desert, whether we're Arabs, Israelis, Christians, Muslims, Buddhists, atheists, whomever or whatever tribe, religion, color, creed, denomination, it doesn't matter what. We are all here together on this desert as one. And we realize as we look around on this desert, it doesn't have to be this way. I don't have to fight you. You don't have to fight me. Together, we can envision a brighter future. Now, there's no water in this desert. There's no food in this desert. And there appears to be no hope in this desert. But the more you begin talking with each other and really connecting, the more that you realize you share one thing in common with each and every person in this desert. What's that? One heart, one hope, one connection, and one energy. Each and every one of you, each and every one of us is an energetic being having an energetic experience, expressing itself. As a Palestinian, as a Jew, as a Russian, as a Ukrainian, as an African, as an American, as a, I don't know, ET, and as in anything. And it's all labels. But at the end of the day, it's one heart, one love, one energy, one beingness. And as you start to speak to each one, you find your heart softening. As you start to heal and connect with each other, you find your heart growing stronger. Funny thing happens. You start to feel a little bit of hope. You start to feel even more hope. And suddenly, you start to feel that maybe there is an answer. Maybe there can be water. Maybe there can be food. Maybe there can be salvation. Whatever that means for you. And so you decide, against all judgment, against all reason, against all demands and thoughts of the mind, you decide, let's come together in prayer. Let's come together as one. And now a funny thing is, you heard in this desert of this place called Israel and Palestine, or called the Gaza Strip, which is really where the Palestinians are living. You've heard of this crazy, near the edge of total destruction and war going on there. And you think, well, I've heard of this power of 8. I've heard of this process where if I pray for one thing, it not only changes their world, but it can change my world as well. So heck, here in this desert island, I have nothing to lose by praying for another. You ask everybody there as well. You say, hey, do you want us all to come together as one and pray for the health, the well-being, and the peace for another, and see what it does for all of us? They too go, hey, we've got nothing to lose as well. And you say, take my hand. Take my hands. Let's form the most amazing prayer circle that has ever been. We're going to pray together for peace in Israel, peace in the Gaza Strip, peace with Hamas, peace with Hezbollah, peace for everybody in the Middle East, and then spreading out from there, peace for the whole planet. But starting with this wounded heart in the Middle East, we are going to pray for the highest level peace. And you breathe in together as one, and out together as one. And in together as one, and out together as one. Now, the funny thing is, as you keep breathing in and out, you start to envision the peace. Maybe you see the Middle East at peace. Maybe you see the buildings being rebuilt. Maybe you see the water begin to flow. Maybe you see the borders being torn down. Maybe you see handshakes and hugs, the healing of children, the building of hospitals, the planting of flowers. Funny thing is, the more that you envision this, the more that you envision peace in the Middle East, suddenly in your own desert, first tiny little sprouts appear, then grass, then forests, trees, ponds, and meadows. The more that you focus on the Middle East, the more your vast wasteland of a desert, if there ever was such a thing, suddenly becomes rich, suddenly becomes green, suddenly becomes filled with life and butterflies and dragonflies, and so much life all around. The more that you focus on peace in the Middle East, the more that your world changes. And now, you do something to add to this prayer, to add to this vision at the highest level. You get in entrainment, or a theta brain wave state, with every single person in the desert, every single person in the circle, every single person that is hearing this now, before, or in the future. You get in synchrony, in harmony, and entrainment with them at the highest level to rewrite your subconscious, to rewrite my subconscious, and to rewrite the subconscious of all of humanity and planet Earth. There are dozens of ways of doing this. I'll be teaching them in the School of Mystics, but there is a very simple one you can learn right here and right now. If you've ever seen the Hawaiian hula, there's a reason for the sway. There's a reason for the arms moving. And the movement is actually quite similar to Tai Chi as well, and for the same exact reasons. When we sway across the midline, we connect the hemispheres of our mind. When the hemispheres are disconnected, we have head, we have heart, and never the twain shall meet. And yet, when we get them in harmony and synchrony with one another, the greater mind, consciousness, love, whatever you want to call it, suddenly we are completely and totally plugged in, and suddenly we can see clearly. We erase and eradicate the wounds in our minds and the wounds in our hearts. And we become an unstoppable force for goodness. And so as we continue to pray for peace in the Middle East, maybe you see kids, maybe you see a beautiful boy or girl from the Palestinian side and an Israeli boy or girl from the Israeli side coming together and playing ping pong or growing crops together, growing flowers together. As you envision this, I want you to take your hands and take your arms and kind of do a dance, almost like you're creating a giant figure eight in front of you. Go from the left, loop around to the right side of your body, loop around to the left side of the body, back to the right side of the body. Feel peace in the Middle East. See peace in the Middle East. See love in the Middle East. See light in the Middle East. See peace. See love. See light. See harmony. See rebuilding. See healing. Keep those arms moving. See love. See peace. See light. See a coming together as a people, seeing a coming together as one. See safety, see growth, see harmony, see nature, see oneness, see peace, see love, see oneness, see peace, see love, oneness, peace. Keep those arms moving. Love. Let them dance. Let them flow. Imagine that you're a tapestry. Imagine that you are floating on air. Imagine that you're a puffy cloud being carried up by the winds, or that you have eagle wings and eagle feathers, or rooster rings and rooster feathers, and you're dancing from one side of your body to the other side of your body, to the other side of the body. And with each flap of your wings, with each bit of your dance, with each sway across the midline, you can feel that peace growing stronger. You can feel that love growing stronger. You can feel that harmony growing stronger. And that love, and that peace, and that harmony, and that oneness. And you can feel it growing stronger. Love and peace and harmony and oneness. And suddenly there's a brilliant light before you. This is the light of the heavens. This is the light of love. This is the light that is inside each and every one of us. Love and peace and harmony and oneness growing brighter. Love and peace and harmony and oneness growing brighter. Love and peace and harmony and oneness, love and peace growing brighter and oneness, love and peace and harmony and oneness, love and peace and harmony and oneness. And you find yourself growing brighter and brighter and stronger and more hopeful and more loving and more kind and compassionate. And you see total peace and you feel total peace and you imagine total peace, and you're suddenly plugging into your power at a highest level until there is this incredible glowing white light in front of you. Are you awakened? Are you enlightened? In a very real sense, you are. You have stepped into your power. Your power as the creator. Your power as the oneness. Your power as the most amazing cell of this human beingness that is all of us. And you see complete and total peace in the Middle East. You see kids playing with kids from both sides of the borders. You see parents playing with parents with both sides of the borders. You weep out of joy. You can feel the love. You see leaders coming together and hugging each other, truly hugging each other where once they had missile launchers, now they have hugs. And then as you see that peace, you remember, wait, I was on a desert or on a desert island, and you look around. You're dumbfounded. It's not a desert anymore. It is the most amazing tropical paradise, oasis, whatever you want to call it. There's beautiful blue waters, there's ponds, there's fresh streams, there's waterfalls. It looks like the most amazing version of Hawaii or wherever you can imagine is the most lush, tropical, beautiful place with fruits on the vine and fruits in the trees and more than enough food and abundance and water for everyone. And you turn to your neighbor in the right who you've done this prayer with, and you give them a hug of all hugs, because you've just witnessed a miracle. You've just come together for a miracle. You turn to the person on your left and you hug them, and you kiss to their side and kiss to their side, and you just embrace in this moment of such a miracle, of such peace, of such brother and sisterhoodness, of such oneness. And you just stand in awe and amazement that by praying for peace in the Middle East, by seeing it, by feeling it, by rewiring the subconscious, by going to one side and the other side, by rewiring the subconscious of your mind, you helped rewire the subconscious of the entire planet. And you brought food, you brought peace, you brought shelter, you brought abundance, you brought water, you brought peace to your home, your island, and your desert as well. You soak in all this goodness. You soak in all this love. You soak in all this light, and you pat yourself on the chest, and you let yourself know how much you love yourself, how much you love this process, how much you love being here, how much you love everyone, how much you love this planet, and how much you love the greatest level, the highest level that humanity is capable of, how much you love angels, how much you love guides, how much you love itself. And you say to yourself as you open your eyes with the most beaming, beautiful, powerful, buoyant, over-the-top voice, how does it get any better than this? How does it get any better than this? Woohoo!